everybody, welcome back to my channel. It looks a bit different and it's been a while, and yeah, I have just been busy with life, and I thought I had time to kind of rejig my setup and getting everything all set up and all that stuff, so it looks a bit different, bit of a different backdrop, all that stuff. Anyway, you guys don't really care about that side of things. You guys are more interested in the actual content, so obviously we are in June. I'm filming this on the 5th of June, so I thought I would go through my Letterboxd and talk about the movies that I watched in May. So without further ado, let's go. So, kicking things off with the 1st of June, as you can see, I was a bit busy with Thunderbolts. So I saw Thunderbolts 3 times. Thunderbolts is a movie that you will be seeing a lot in this video, because it was one of the movies that I saw so many times, and we will go through them. But yeah, I absolutely adored this movie. I love my Marvel movies anyway. I specifically love my grounded Marvel movies, and this was a very grounded movie. It wasn't like a superhero movie at all. It had some action elements to it, but it was very much a character study, and I just loved all these characters. I loved the way that they bonded together, I loved the way that they fought together, and at the heart of it, the way it talked about depression and suicide and just self-worth, it hit really close to home. And someone that's dealing currently with very bad mental health, it just was something I needed to see. I needed this movie, kind of helped me find joy again, and I think that was so important. So I saw this when it came out on the 1st of May 3 times. So then on the 8th I saw it another 2 times. I won't go through properly into it, but as you can see here, I took my mum to see it, use it as a therapy session. A lot cheaper than therapy, that's for certain. And then I believe that was when I saw it with a friend as well. Yeah, with my friend Mark. So yeah, so I got, I did at the start of the month quite a lot of Thunderbolt viewings. So yeah, then Driveway Dolls, I decided to rewatch Driveway Dolls. I hadn't seen it since I saw it first came out, and I enjoy it. I think it's a messy movie. I think some of the stylization choices kind of it just kind of got a bit too repetitive and a bit annoying. It became very much style over actual substance at the end of it, but I loved the chemistry between Geraldine Vaswani and Margaritelli. I also love Beanie Feldman, like she's so funny in this, and I loved having all the cool characters like pop up and these actors pop up. But at the heart of it, it is quite a messy movie, but it's a fun one, and it's short enough to get away with being a bit messy. So I rewatched that one. Then I rewatched Terrifier 3, made my friend watch it, me and my other friend, we went and saw it. And yeah, he survived, Mark survived, well done Mark. And yeah, I mean, this has like a big discourse, and it's become under fire on Twitter recently, where people are saying that if you enjoy these Terrifier movies, then you're sick in the head. I don't, whatever. It always happens with gore movies. I remember when Saw was coming out, people were saying if you enjoy Saw, you're weird and you're sick. The first movie, I will say yes, that is very much more for shock value, whereas the other 2 and 3, yes, they're very gory, and yes, majority of people go to see these kills, but at the heart of it, it has a storyline going through it. It has a fantastic final girl in Sienna Shaw, and at the heart of it, I don't feel like it's like these people that made it. There's so much love in these movies, and when they're talking in conventions and whenever people meet them, there's so much love there that I just find, I don't find it like a Human Centipede 2 type scenario, which I feel was very much a nasty movie to be nasty. I feel like this is just a bunch of people that love horror, want to showcase their skills in the gore, and at the heart of it, just have fun. So yeah, I do enjoy the Terrifier movies. Then I restarted my rewatch of Mission Impossible. Obviously I did a video talking about my rankings. But yeah, Mission Impossible, the first one, second one there, I got that little West Ham cameo in there, go Hammers. Yeah, I won't go too much into detail of the Mission Impossible movies because I did like a proper talk about them, but they're fun. I will say they're fun. Mission Impossible 2, again, didn't enjoy this one. Didn't enjoy it when I first saw it, didn't enjoy it on the rewatch. Mission Impossible 3, I enjoy Mission Impossible 3 very much, and Ghost Protocol very much. Then moved back to see Thunderbolts again. This was the 6th time. Yeah, there's not much to say about that one. Then we did Rogue Nation and Fallout. Fallout, in my opinion, is one of like the best action movies out there. Like, the set pieces are fantastic, it's funny, there's tense moments, there's emotional beat by beat moments in there as well. It's a great look at all these characters coming together again. I loved Henry Cavill, and yeah, like, it really felt like Ethan met his match with him. It's just so good, so good. Then Dead Reckoning. Then we come to obviously the Final Reckoning. Didn't enjoy that one. You know, again, in that video I talked about the Mission Impossible movies, so yeah. But then I rewatched the Final Destination movies, so it's become a theme of the This Is Why I Don't Do So-and-so, and they're fun. They're good fun. They're not amazing, like, meaty movies, but they're fun. So yeah, Final Destination 2 is my personal favourite, I would say. It had been when I was a little kid seeing it, like, it freaked me out. Final Destination 3 was fun. The only one I wasn't a massive fan of was the Final Destination. This one, it was, I can see why it took a while from the remake, like, to make the next one. it just wasn't great, but it's still fun. Like, if you want to turn your head off and just watch like a fun horror, just put those ones on. They're good fun. What wasn't a good fun movie was Fear Street Prom Queen, which I did like a mini thing on my TikTok about, talking about how I didn't like this movie, and people were not happy. I upset the Fear Street fans apparently, so my apologies, but it just wasn't. There was no, the acting was awful, and I know that people in TikTok were like, oh, you don't understand what this movie was going for, it's meant to be bad. But the thing was like, the original trilogy was such a good trilogy, where there was fantastic performances in there, and they went camp, they went silly. They didn't take themselves too seriously in certain parts of the movie, but they balanced it out fantastically with the actual horror, and you cared for the characters. Whereas this movie, the characters were awful, the killers were awfully written, the kills were bad, and the acting was bad, that it wasn't like the other acting in the other three were very good acting, being cheesy. These ones were just bad, and yeah, it got half a star. So I'm sorry, Fear Street fans, if you want to come at me, come at me. Then I did another double bill at the cinema, and it was Thunderbolts again. It was Thunderbolts for the last time because it came out of my cinema, and I saw it for 7 times. I saw this movie 7 times at the cinema, and it still made me cry at the specific You're Not Alone scene, and it's just great, and it breaks my heart that it did not do well with the box office, because I fear that maybe Marvel will look at that and be like, no, we've got to go back to the over-the-top CGI action movies, whereas I think this was just such a great character-driven movie that you had so much you built so much love in these characters that whenever something bad happened to him, you were really impacted by it. And I think going forward into Doomsday, a lot of people want to see what these characters are going to be like, what they're going to do. So I'm very interested to see them go forward. I'm a bit worried. I think they're probably going to end up dead, except for Yelena. But yeah, I just loved Thunderbolts. Then that same night, I went and saw Final Destination Bloodlines with my buddies, and it was fun. Okay, it's a fun movie. I really liked the way that they kind of like went big or go home, so to speak, and they went big. I liked the way they kind of talked about how death was coming for every single person and all of their bloodlines, and in theory, you know, like that kind of explains the other movies, so it was cool to kind of tie that all together. Tony Todd, R.I.P. legend, having him in his last role and like the words that he spoke were so powerful, and just like it hit me in the heart so much. I love that man, and it was so sad when he died, and it was just nice to be able to see him in horror doing the thing he loved for one last time. So yeah, it was good fun. And then we round up May with The Assessment. So this was something that I'd had on my list for a while. It went out to festivals last year, but it came out in March on VOD, and it's Elizabeth Olsen and Alicia Vikander and Hamish Patel. And I didn't know too much about it. I just knew it had Elizabeth Olsen on it, so it's kind of like in my wheelhouse. I wanted to watch it, and I just was scrolling through Prime, forgot about it, scrolling through Prime, and found it, and I gave it a watch, and it blew me away. I was really invested in this story. It's a great sci-fi character driven look, you know, like you have the sci-fi elements about this world that has gone to shit, and you know that they've rebuilt it and everything's all very to the numbers and very guarded, and the couple, Hamish Patel and Elizabeth Olsen, want to have a child, so they have to go through this assessment to see whether they're deemed appropriate to be chosen to carry on and reproduce in this new world. And that's where Alicia Vikander comes in, and it was really interesting. There was some great moments, like character moments, where you didn't know where it was going to turn, and like where the end happened. I wasn't expecting what happened in the end to Alicia Vikander's character. I could kind of see it going the way it ends up for Volson, but for Alicia Vikander's character, like I didn't know where she was going to end, and that ending shocked me. But it was a very good intense watch, I would say. It's quite intense. There's some heavy themes in it, but also it's a good time. And there you go. That was what I watched in the month of May. I hadn't done a lot of movie watching in April. I kind of went through a big slump. That's why you hadn't seen much videos on this channel, but yeah, I'm kind of trying to get myself back into a routine of doing these videos for you, so I thought what better way to start than with this. You may be as well wondering where is the movies that I've bought. The thing is I bought a few, but I haven't done like a big amount of purchasing that I have done in the past, because I've got Linkin Park this month, so I'm saving up for obviously travel and stuff for that day, but also I had then bought tickets to see Linkin Park next year in Germany, so all my money is going to that at the moment, doing all of the travel and stuff. So if you want to see like what I buy, go to my Instagram, because that's where I post pictures and stuff of them. And I think unless I get like a really big month where I buy a lot of movies, I probably won't just do an individual video for 2 movies, because I think it's a bit of a waste of time when you can just go over to my Instagram and just look at it that way. But thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment down below what your favourite movie of May was. My one was obviously Thunderbolts. And also follow me on these socials. Find me on TikTok as well. I'm doing some cool stuff over there with regards to when I watch movies. I kind of do go in a little bit more detail. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I have been Sophia Margaritelli. Ciao ciao. I'll see you at the next one.